So I'm being incredibly stupid, as the 6 million interruptions just prove, and I'm trying to record in the main living area. I imagine that's not the last we'll see from the teenagers from the downstairs apartment, because my kitchen's fully stocked and theirs isn't, because they eat it all the small children from the bedrooms, all the dogs, or I'm not exactly sure if the bird noise is being crazy, because it's a very beautiful autumn day out there, and the lorikeets are noisy bully birds. Let's give this a go anyway, shall we? Hi, I'm Sarah. I am the Bogan Crafter. I'm the Bogan Crafter on Instagram, also leading the crazy for my daily diatribes of bull dung that come out of my mouth. This is my third video, vlog, blog, podcasty, thingamajiggy, or is it my second, because the other one was getting to know me. Too many semantics. I've been at work all morning and I am tired. You can probably see all these bags. I tried to get this super early so I could get it all done during the tradie hours, because I am in a hardware store for far too many hours a day as a trade rep. Should we just dive in? Oh, happy Easter everybody. I hope your Easter was good, full of lots of chocolate, and however you could get together as a family to celebrate. Very unfortunately for us, it was the very first anniversary of my husband's brother's death. So that was really rough. Rod is the only remaining child and his parents are elderly. So not being able to hang out with them was tough. My sister-in-law thankfully did put the ashes out in the driveway. So one by one they took some KFC and some VB, which is a very Bogan Aussie beer, over to his house to have a drink and some KFC with Shane, and my husband FaceTimed some friends, which obviously couldn't come down to visit them. So it's been a bit of an odd duck. We had chocolate, but all of my kids are older too. So my youngest is 9. I have a very nearly 21-year-old, a 15-year-old, of which that was just my 21-year-old. I also have an 11-year-old and the youngest is 9. So we didn't have any early wake-ups. We just had some Easter bunny visits, and then we just ate chocolate all day and hung out as a family, built a fire pit and roasted some marshmallows. S'mores aren't really an Australian thing, but we tried to replicate it the best we can, and essentially s'mores seem to be just big giant wagon wheels, which are pretty awesome. So it was an odd duck of an Easter, but we got through it. And I hope you were all able to celebrate with your family and friends in any way possible. And if you were on your own, you had lots of chocolate to keep you company. This past week, I feel like I haven't done much. There's been a lot of frogging. There has been a rip it real good, because I just can't get my act together. So lots of frogging. But I do have a couple of things to show you, a couple of things in the works. Now, I don't know if this counts as an acquisition or as a finished object, because I got bored in the afternoon, like 7 o'clock at night one night, and I did get myself some new hooks. We're doing some carving. Now, to get the camera to focus, beauty bloggers do this. I am not a beautiful person, but my hooks are pretty beautiful. So there's some sisal lying around the house and I didn't have a hook big enough, which of course meant this guy. So let's see, focused. This is a 12.5 piece of dowel. Oh, he's got a little knob. Little knobs are important as well as big knobs. 12.5 piece of dowel. I sawed him down with a little hand saw I've got going around, which I shouldn't be flinging around like that because I'm incredibly clumsy. Should not be waving it around. And then just sanded the beeswax out of it and added some melted beeswax. This just is all stuff that was in my garage, but I know you can pick it up from hardware shops because I'm pretty sure that's where I got it in the first place, which is the dangerous part of being in a hardware store for 6 hours a day. He's really soft and he's really smooth. Oh, bad action. Really smooth, and it was really comfortable to use, which is important because I'll show you the material I was working on him with afterwards. because I started with him, I then noticed the great big bus going down my street. Sorry, delivery truck. That I had some 8mm dowel. So of course I needed to try him, which then of course led to me finding some 4mm dowel. So I needed to try him. Beauty blogger hand. And then of course I had, pretty sure this is a 16, so I thought this would be good. Going to say this wrong. Tunisian? Did I say it wrong? Tunisian? Tunisian? I say it in my head differently to I know it's said out loud. But this is the big dirty. So, beauty blogger hand. I don't know. Oh, that'll do. So I thought, put down the instruments of doom. I thought they would be good because I found some sisal. And I found a few big rolls of it. And so I've been playing with that. And this definitely is a finished object. Sorry, just a sec. This is a finished object. My daughter and I painted some cups. Look, cat bum. Isn't it cute? That was just a little kid's kit that we picked up. We've been doing a lot of craft. Even by our standards, there has been a lot of craft. I might still have some clay on me because we played with a kid's pottery wheel outside, which makes me even more confirmed that I really want a big pottery wheel. I looked for classes a long time ago when we were in Western Sydney, but they were all on during work. And then on YouTube, look up the Great Pottery Showdown. Oh my God, that was awesome. I loved it. So it's a baking type series and they do pottery. And I just watched the last season and it doubly confirmed my love of pottery. So that is definitely something I want to look into after COVID, if we all come out of it alive. I hope you're all keeping well. Anyway, major sidetrack. I made this guy. So to get a gauge of size-wise, it makes a very fetching hat. Still can't wear a hat. This was just my test guy, just your basic round and round basket, and then I just folded the top over. I just wanted to practice something because I want to make a basket for Madame's dog toys. Oi, you with the dog toys. She's sitting over there sleeping. And I really enjoyed it. The sisal looks a lot rougher than it is. And then, right, so by the way, this hook carving happened at 7 o'clock at night. And then I made the basket. And then 11 o'clock at night, my stupid brain decided, oh, that's a really good time for dyeing. And all this was after a 6-hour workday that had a 1.5-hour commute each way. So this is my 11 o'clock at night work. I dyed some sisal. I haven't used it yet. This was red. Looks pretty true to colour of what it was. This was blue. It's pretty true to colour of what it's come out as. And this guy's green. And I tried to dye a black, but that was unsuccessful. I just used what limited knowledge I had from playing around with dyeing yarn at home. So on hand I had food colouring and vinegar. I didn't even have gel food colouring because all my cake decorating stuff's been put away for years. I am technically an award-winning cake decorator. Was technically an award-winning cake decorator. That was a very long time ago. But so that is my sisal basketing adventure. And now I got big sticks, but I can't hold them because I'll wave them around at you. Is that my only finished, technically, my only finished object, as well as cat bum cut. But, as I said, I've been frogging things galore. I've been trying to design a shawl. Mother's Day's coming up and I want to make my mother-in-law something nice and myself something nice. And I just couldn't get it right. So I started and frogged that a million times. I started and frogged some hand warmers a million times because I have arthritis and the cool mornings are getting to me. I've literally started and frogged so many things, it's not funny. What didn't get frogged? So I have, excuse me. So the universe didn't give me flour last time I was at the shop. I eventually got it. But what it did give me on the flower shelf was this. So this Better Homes and Gardens Knit and Crochet, the Australian edition for 2020. And it's got some really cute stuff in it. And one of the things I fell in love with were these guys. So this is Otterly in Love. Now, it didn't credit the designers anywhere that I could see, which, guys, get your freaking acts together. So I looked it up. And it looks to be Ilaria Caliri on Instagram and Ravelry. She's A-I-R-A-L-I. And so I whipped up. Now, I still don't have a darning needle, so he's all in parts. Definitely a work in progress, but I'm not going to the shops just for a darning needle. I'm not ordering something just for a darning needle. Oh no, it's not muzzleless. And I just used, because of the lack of darning information, I just used some puffy paints my daughter had. So this is what his little face will look like. And then we got some creepy little, some, beauty blogger hand, creepy little hands. And creepy little feeties. I say creepy because the little fingery things are giving me the creeps. This is in a DK Cottonwood by Fibre Naturals. Just a beige colourway. So as soon as I get a needle together, I'll put him together. I've yet to do the tail. In the magazine, they have two of them, and then they join up in a heart. So I was thinking I might do a second one and put it in a shadow box over the husband's and my bed, but I've also met me, and it doesn't seem like something I'm actually going to finish. I would like to be that person. I've come to accept that I am not that person. But one of these little guys will keep Timothy company. Next, I have, my frogging started, I just went to basics, right? And so I knew I had a lot of this Line Brand, I think it was Line Brand jeans, I don't have the label with me, lying around. And I thought, well, what's the most basic thing? I've got my walking the dog winter clothes out. And so I just thought, a simple box cardigan, no inset sleeves or anything, it's literally rectangles. This is the Boyfriend Cardi by my handy dandy notes on the back of a chips packet. And I need to get my eyes checked. So this is Jessica Reeves Potasz. I'll link all of these down below. I am slightly changing up the sleeves because I didn't like how wide hers was. So I'm partway through sleeve 1. This is just literally rectangles and then rounds in the circle. I will say, right, excuse my boobs, I did crochet the size she said for my measurement, but it's just too much gap. So what I'm going to do is I'll have leftover of this once I frog something else. I might just put a band here, maybe a ribbed band, and then a ribbed band at the bottom. Oh, my arm. Don't get old, people. A ribbed band at the bottom of the cardigan. Sitting. I'm all tangled up now. So at the bottom of the cardigan. So he's just seamed up the top, but you could probably do it in the round. So if I figure if I put a rib band there and a rib band there in the grey, that will bring it all together. All three of them are the Line Brand jeans, which were on a really big sale clearance when I bought them, because Line Brand over here is considered exotic. You can get them at Spotlight, but prices are pretty ridiculous. We're talking $16 roughly for a ball of yarn. And by the yarn, I mean like the homespun, or not even the fancy summer lights. What am I doing? Oh, sorry about that. Did I just make you all seasick from the blurriness? And the only other work in progress I've got, just a little HDC beanie. Oh, what happened to my end down there? Just worked flat and with the slip stitches, so I'll gather him and put a beanie on it. higgledy-piggledy. I possibly should do a better edit than this. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if you get or not, because I'm not going to lie. I'm tired. And the fact that I was only interrupted once is possibly a miracle. And I've got a lot of cleaning to do. I really want to go play with that little kid's pottery wheel some more. So I don't actually have a lot to share. Hopefully next week I will get my act together and I did die sizel and make hooks. You know what? And I frogged a million things, so I have to count the crochet I did before the frogging. I got half a cardi and half a hat. I didn't do too badly. I just don't have a lot to show for said work. But I have a new week coming up. I worked this morning, I have work all tomorrow and work the morning afterwards. But that's it, and it's school holidays, so I don't have to have tears while we learn anything. Learning disabled daughter and anxious child and teenager is not making for fun learning at all. Long division has changed, right? I'm just going to say that. It's different. It's different to when I learnt it. I am 110% positive. I should finish up my ranting. I hope you guys are being safe, that you are able to get flour so you can get some baking done, that you are happy and healthy. If you ever need to reach out to anyone as a previous depression and anxiety sufferer, my window is always open. I don't know how to message on YouTube except to reply to comments, but if you reach out to me on the Bogan Crafter at Instagram, I'm Australian. So I am probably generally up opposite to you guys, because I'm assuming the majority of you out there are American, because you guys seem to be everywhere. I will say, and now don't shoot me, if you guys get decent coffee, maybe you'll be a little bit happier. No, that was really wrong. Sorry. I had bad service station coffee this morning, so I'm very cranky. But I love you all. Please be safe. Please be happy. Please have an interruption by a 15-year-old. Say hi, Tyler. Say hi. Oh, he ran. Will you guys follow me around everywhere? All right. See ya. Bye.